my dreams about the shooting, my father is also in the bus and he is shot with me. And then there are men everywhere, and I am searching for my father. In reality, we had suddenly stopped. On our left was the tomb of Sher Muhammad Khan, the finance minister of the first ruler of Swat, all overgrown with grass, and on our right, the snack factory. We must have been less than 200 meters from the checkpoint. We couldn't see in front, but a young bearded man in light colored clothes had stepped into the road and waved the van down. Is this the Khushhal school bus? He asked our driver. Usman Bhaijan thought this was a stupid question as the name was painted on the side. Yes, he said. So now what happened? She was dreaming actually. She dreamt because they were always scared from inside that Taliban could attack them. But what was there in reality? Yes, their bus was stopped by somebody. See, on the left there was the tomb of Sher Muhammad Khan. Tomb means when in Muslims, when somebody dies, they used to bury them in the ground. So there was this tomb of Sher Muhammad Khan. He was the first finance minister of ruler of Swat. The tomb was all overgrown with grass. घास उगी हुई थी सब जगह, and the right side there was a snack factory. And the girls sitting in the bus, they were not able to see in the front, but a young bearded man, means like jawan dadi wala admi, like having beard means dadi. He was wearing light colored clothes. He stepped into the road and he waved the bus off, like he stopped the bus, and he asked that this is only the Kushal school bus. I need information about some children, said the man. You should go to the office, said Usman Bhaijan. So, this conversation is going with the driver of the bus and this bearded man. As he was speaking, another young man in white means he was in white clothes, approached the back of the van. Look, it's one of those journalists coming to ask for an interview, said Moniba. Since I had started speaking at events with my father to campaign for girls' education and against those like the Taliban who want to hide us away, journalists often came, even foreigners, though not like this in the road. So Moniba said this, you see, this man in white is the journalist. And because now this Malala, this girl was becoming famous day by day, uh, the journalists and the foreigners used to come to meet her, but not like this in the middle of the road. The man was wearing a peaked cap and had a handkerchief over his nose and mouth as if he had flu. Like she felt that the getup of the man is like he is having fever. He looked like a college student. Then he swung himself onto the tailboard at the back and leaned in right over us. Who is Malala? He demanded. So he came inside and he asked, Who is Malala? No one said anything, but several of the girls looked at me. I was the only girl with my face not covered. That's when he took out a black pistol. I later learned it was a Colt .45. Some of the girls screamed. Moniba tells me I squeezed her hand. My friends say he fired 3 shots, one after another. The first went through my left eye socket and out under my left shoulder. I slumped forward onto Moniba, blood coming from my left ear, so the 2 other bullets hit the girls next to me. One bullet went into Shazia's left hand, and the third went through her left shoulder and into the upper right arm of Kanat Riaz. My friends later told me the gunman's hand was shaking as he fired. By the time we got to the hospital, my long hair and Moniba's lap were full of blood. Who is Malala? I am Malala, and this is my story. So, what she says, the person, he was a militant, he was a terrorist, and he had come to kill her. So he shot her. It is, see how she has explained herself. The girls explained her afterwards that Malala was also scared from inside. She squeezed the hand, means उसने मोनिबा का हाथ दबाया, but the boy, the man, shooted, and the three more girls were injured. And how she ends it that the when that man had entered into the van, and he had asked who is Malala, so Malala has ended it very beautifully, and she says, I am Malala, and this is my story. So she see here that she was born in Mingora, Pakistan, and from a very early age she was fighting for the rights of women to education. She was critically injured in the attack by the Taliban, but she overcame that experience and she is still doing her good activities.